Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing so far today? Today is day three of the trial. They're on break right now, and this is the first chance I've got to jump in. So I'm just trying to play catch up right now. Just a quick recap on day two. I felt like day two we didn't get a lot of the stuff that Diddy's actually charged with. So hopefully they will clear that up today. As she says that Miss Ventura is finishing up her testimony. Because they do, there's a lot of stuff about the freak offs. I mean, we found out why they need so much baby oil. Apparently, he likes everyone to be extra shiny, and you need 5 bottles of extra large uh, baby baby lotion to get that going. So I guess, and she said that they often run out of baby lotion, baby so that's why they need so many bottles. That's I mean, that's a revelation. We finally found out why does he have thousands of bottles of baby lotion, because he would use 5 or more plus bottles per session on a normal day, and he needs them to be shiny. They need to be shiny. So I'm just catching up to it. I just got in from doing, errands and doing some work. That's I mean, that's basically it from what I saw from day 2. Day 2, I felt like it didn't it could have gone better, I feel like, for the prosecution. On the defense side, um, there were parts there were holes, I guess, that they can exploit, because she said that one of the reasons why she hung around so long is that she didn't want another girl to kinda swoop in to take her place. She said she was a jealous girl, and, I know the defense is gonna harp on that. They're definitely gonna harp on the fact that she seems like she was a willing participant. I mean, yeah, there's all that stuff with the hotel eating and whatnot, but again, he's not being charged with that. They have to prove, trafficking and racketeering and all that other stuff. That's what he's being charged with. All the domestic violence stuff, that's he's already admitted to that, so to be honest, all that stuff is you have to separate. I mean, I know they're trying to, like, build his character and they're going into it, so I'm playing catch up on day 3 right now. That's just my recap on day 2. Day 2, I feel like there were a lot of holes that the defense can use, and hopefully maybe day 3, she'll close some of those up. Let's see, what's going on day 3? Day 3, what I thought it was interesting was, his kids, his girls didn't go to court today. They were there yesterday, but they didn't come today, so I thought that was very interesting. So that's how the day started. Let me pull up a picture of his family coming into the court. Let me know if you guys can see this. Boom, so this is his family coming in, mother and son and some other person. But the daughters weren't there, so that's interesting. Let's see, Casey wore the similar clothing. Let's see what she looked like. I have to say, these like artist renderings are like I don't know why, but I'll look this up later. Why do they art renderings with what she looks like today? She looks like she's wearing something very similar to what she wore yesterday. But yeah, why did they do the drawings like this? That's one thing I want to know. Like, because they make Diddy look crazy in these pictures. Okay, let's see. If Jury comes in. They're on break, so we're gonna catch up real. I'm just trying to hit the high points. So his daughters didn't come in. Jury comes in. Let's see. The lawyers are arguing text messages. Let's see. Why are they arguing about text messages? Looks like it's because the defense wants to use certain text messages, and the prosecutors are angry that they didn't get notice of this. And the defense is saying that, hey, we are bringing these up because of what she said in the day two testimony, and they just wish that she would say, "Ooh, okay, that's basically that." Okay, so this Casey's back on the stand. Let's see if this is this relevant. Ventura recalls the Coles packing up guns after he learned his rival was nearby. Ooh, let's see. Let's see. Is this important at all? It looks like the Suge Knight was around in the area, and when they were having dinner, and Combs, I guess, had to say hello, and he had to bring some extra tools to say hello to Suge. Okay, talking about the 2016 I think one of the takeaways, I guess, about this uh, hotel altercation that we got a little more context is because we don't know what happened beforehand. We just we see the video and then we see in the aftermath she's got black eyes, busted lip, and everything. But I guess what happened was they were in a session, and then she said in between sessions she needed to leave because she had a premiere coming up, and maybe there was another session that was coming up later, and that's why he we saw what we saw. Okay, so this is afterwards. After that hotel altercation, because there were some text messages that Diddy sent her. It says, "Call me, yo, please call me. I got 6 kids. Please call me, yo, call me, surrounded, call me for my kids' help." Okay, and then she testified that she eventually responded, put the rope on. She said that because he was running around with a towel. Um, yeah. And then he texted her again, call me, call me, call me, call me. And eventually she called him. Okay. I talked about this earlier. She said, she got black eye, busted lip, okay, she called the police. And again, I'm going through this quickly because I'm trying to catch up to where they are now before their break-in. And we're just trying to see what I think is interesting. Let's see, Kathy Mitchell testified. She could hear Diddy banging, kicking, yelling inside her apartment. Okay, okay. Oh, wait. Jury views photos of Ventura from the movie premiere. Interesting. So, let me grab this, but this is interesting because I thought she had the premiere to go to, and then that's why. But then you see a picture of her with Diddy at the premiere. Everything looks perfectly fine. This is the premiere that they were in. Okay, I don't. Let me know if you guys can see these pictures or what I'm sharing, you guys. Sometimes when I share things, it doesn't work out very well. But yeah, uh, she looks. I guess makeup is really good. I don't know. She looked perfectly fine in that picture there. Let me read more about this photo that they shared. They showed this photo to the jury. Okay, jury saw a photo of Cassie at Diddy's Combs' home after she went there for the movie fitting. Okay, she was dressed in a gown, wearing a large black sunglasses. The sunglasses she testified were there to hide her black eye. But the picture I showed, she wasn't wearing sunglasses. Okay, she said she still had visible injuries during the premiere. I had bruises on the body that weren't completely covered by makeup. I had quite a bit of makeup on my face, she said. And then the jury saw the photo of Ventura and Combs from the premiere event. Some of the injuries on her body were still visible in the photo despite makeup. Okay, it's really hard. Let me see. photo again. Maybe we can zoom in or something. 'Cause I don't know because we're not there. Sometimes when you do, like, this myself. Alright. I mean, maybe this is just a bad picture because this is a Photoshop picture. This is, like, an official picture. I wish we saw, like, pictures from our phone or something, but this is like a picture that you get from, you know, mirror dude. Like, I wish they showed a picture that was, like, taken, like, a raw picture. That would've been better. I don't know if this is the real picture they sent, um, they showed the juror. That's not it, guys. Okay, but the movie was, The Perfect Match. I didn't even know she was that's not a movie that I watched, so I didn't. Okay, Ventura says it was her job to hire the escorts using Combs' money. Um, this is actually a big part of this thing what they have against Diddy right now, and because one of the charges is, trafficking, right? And that's basically if you move, these type of workers from one state to another state, and, that they could easily get them on because then they could say I think that's what they were trying to say yesterday. Was it day 1 or day 2? They had one of these, workers where they interviewed them, right? They got their testimony, and I think that's why they asked, "Were you friends?" Right? "Do you feel like you were friends?" At some point, the defense asked that, and I think it's because they want to establish that some of these guys or workers were just hanging out, and this just happened to happen. But then again, I guess money is exchanged. Um, I think what I'm taking away from this is, in the future, if you're going to engage in this kind of activity, try to get local talent to stimulate the local economy, I guess. Don't bring like, I figured that, people in their position that do this quite often, and they have, like, lawyers on retainer and whatnot, you figure that someone would advise them to, I guess, support local economy and not transport, these guys around. I don't know. Oh, sorry. It's my alarm that I set because I have to order something really quick. It has to get done by 10:37. So, sorry, I gotta order this. But as I'm ordering this, I wanna make my point again that, that is the big thing that they can catch him on, uh, is is basically, trafficking the workers around. I think that's an easy one that they can get him on. The other stuff, the, 'cause again, he's not being charged with, domestic, violence, but he's being charged with trafficking. The main ones is trafficking and racketeering, and for what's different about this, um, racketeering thing that they're charging him with, though, is that usually racketeering involves, lots of people, but he is the only one that is, going down, I guess, for this racketeering. So that's kinda different, I feel like. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to order this thing and I can't find it. But yeah, That's the main thing. So, all this other stuff that's why I said that in day 2, I didn't see, um, a lot of, like, stuff that they can actually get them on. Boom, here we go, here we go. Eh, oop, and then we'll get to it. Okay, done. Okay, we're back to it, we're back to it. Sorry about that. Um, okay, so she hired but okay, the thing is she hired the escorts, and you remember what she said in day 2? She said in day 2, she did all this because she was jealous, she didn't wanna get replaced, and I'm telling you, the defense is gonna harp on that a lot because that's undermining what she's saying here in her story that she's being forced to do this, when it sounds like she's doing this on her free will, just based on what she's said so far. Keep in mind, you gotta get caught up. Maybe she said something bigger down the road that can really move this case forward for the prosecution. Okay, they show the video of the incident. Okay. I mean, it's not a good look. I don't. Here's what that looks like in the hotel room. Okay. You remember if you ever watched the video, she's basically in the bed. He grabs her. It's just and he's in the bath towel. It's just not a good look. Okay, okay. Okay, then watch that. Okay, we're gonna ignore this part. She avoided kissing the escorts. That's okay. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know how you guys wanna take this. Ventura says she preferred taking, um, Special K because it was the most disassociative, okay? So she preferred to be on substances. That's what I'm taking from that. You know how earlier she was saying, like, he gave her this, and that, but, like, she's saying that she wants to be on that, and, they share a text message, that was in January 2016. Diddy sent sends her a text message, and he wanted to have a proper FO where they didn't have a Special K. A successful FO is one we remember, he said. So basically, he doesn't want her to be on any kind of substances while they're doing these freak-offs. And she's testifying that she prefers to be on something while they're doing it. So, I don't know. You guys can take that how you wanna take it, but, I'm taking it I feel like the defense can also, like, harp on that a little bit because they're saying that, "Hey, you're the one," and he's like, there's it's, like, in there, in the text messages, he doesn't want her to be on that stuff, and I know why. It's because when you're on that kinda stuff, you're kinda, like, a little loosey-goosey, and, I'm just trying to think, from his point of view as a producer, like, because it seems like he wants, to be a, director, right? Okay, did he if you were out there watching any of this stuff back, I'm gonna say, if you wanted to do all this kind of stuff, right, just go into the industry and be a director for that. Didn't Snoop Dogg do that for a little bit? I remember when I was a kid, they had those, Girls Gone Wild commercials at night, and I remember there was a time where, Snoop Dogg was on some of those commercials at night. But I did he was Snoop Dogg a director on Girls Gone Wild? I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it says, "No, Snoop Dogg was not a director. He was the host, and well, he did host and film a Girls Gone Wild Doggy Style episode where he covered Mardi Gras parties. He was not the director." Okay, but anyways, Diddy, if you're ever out there and if you're watching any of these any of these people talking, covering about this, and you just happen to stumble upon this random Asian guy talking about it. If you wanted to do this and you wanted to have bathtubs of baby lotion, baby oil, and by the way, it has to be warm. And he had his assistants and security guards, whoever, henchmen, warm it up. And I guess that's important to the Rico case because they could say like, hey, he's got all these people working for him. They're, you know, moving this along. But I'm just saying, if you wanted to do all this, just go into the industry, be a director, and you could do all this all the time, and no one would care. Um, but yeah, so she's saying she prefers to be on something. What is this? Okay, catching up. Let me go to the present one. Did they come back with break yet? Oh, wait, they're still on break, so I have lots of time to catch up. Okay, Bertrude describes her plans for her 29th birthday were sidelined by Combs' wishes. So she had a birthday, and Diddy wanted Diddy wants the party. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Cassie testified that to celebrate her 29th birthday, she wanted to go to the club called the Blind Dragon and do karaoke with her friends. But she said that Diddy Combs told her he wanted to have a freak out. Okay, I told him that I wanted to stay out, celebrate with my friends. In my mind, I just didn't want a burden of having to do that at the end of the night. I just wanted to have my birthday. Let's see, Ventura said they went to the Blind Dragon for a bit, but she said Combs pulled up, but pulled her aside so many times she gave up. Okay, we and we had and we went and had a freak off. She okay, Combs threatened to release videos of freak offs when he was angry. Okay, here we go. This is something that was missing in day two. Um, because they are accusing him of blackmail, and I didn't see any blackmail in day two. There were chances, I think, during her testimony in day two that I feel like they could have said something more because they were saying like, "Oh, she feels threatened," blah 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 blah. But here's the problem with what she was saying in day two was it was a lot of like stuff that was in her head, like that she didn't voice out, and they tried to get it out of her, like, "Oh, why didn't you say something?" And she said, like, "Oh, I tried to bring it up to him gently." And it's kinda like, well, what does gently mean? You know, like, we need evidence to show, like, you don't wanna do this, because from what she said in day 2, it seemed like she didn't wanna do it, but she did it, and she didn't say anything for a very long time. And so, I mean, let's see what this is about. This is Spencer. The Casey testified that Diddy Combs frequently threatened to release the video freak-offs when he was mad. Okay. He threatened to release the videos usually when he was angry about something or he wanted me to fear. Okay, that's what she said. One time it was over dating another man, she said. Then Combs threatened to put out two embarrassing videos. She feared he would one day be mad enough to release them. okay? I fear for my career, I fear for my family. It was horrible. This is disgusting. No one should do that for anyone, she said, okay? Johnson, who's Johnson? Okay, that's I believe that's the prosecutor. So shows the jury a message Ventura sent to Combs in 2013 asking him to delete any videos from his phone, saying that she was worried that too many people had access to his device. She testified Wednesday that she referenced the videos on free cost. Combs responded that he already did, and his iCloud wasn't on. All good, he said in the message. Okay. Ventura testified that there were many times she was told the videos were deleted, but she still saw them later. Interesting. 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 Mhm. Privacy screens added to the monitors in the courtroom. Okay. So they went to recess, and then during the recess, privacy screens were placed on multiple monitors in the courtroom. Combs was still in the court this morning. Yeah, his adult sons were there, but his daughters were not in there all morning. Let's see. Did he told his mother he loves her? Oh, okay. Let's see. This is an hour ago. Defense may approach for cross-examination. All right, we can read for the cross. Let's see. Can we read for the cross? I hope. Let's see. Jury sees text message from Coleman Ventura regarding custody of her videos. She said she felt empty because. All right. Did he go back and break it? Oh, they're still in break. Arr. The room is caught up. We're like 1 hour ish behind. Then we all caught up as again. I'm trying to speed through this. Okay, let's see. Some health issues. Ventura describes health issues she faced. Okay, she's describing. Okay, what she and Diddy did to in order to recover from the free throw. Okay, this is kind of interesting. She said she and Combs would take IV fluids, get massages, and often take opiates. Okay, opiates make me feel numb, which is why I rely on them so heavily. She added that sometimes Combs provided the drugs. She testified she had regular gastrointestinal issues from the drugs she took. Okay, that's cool. Okay, she got UTIs. In a text message conversation with Ventura Woodcomb, she had mouth sores from all the extra actions she's taking in her family. It's empty. Woodcombs would push her to go to clubs, even though they made her feel comfortable. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Oh, it's interesting. Ventura describes an altercation with Holmes that left her with a permanent scar on her eyebrow. She was in her apartment sleeping after going out with some of her friends. Well, sorry, not her friends, some friends got news from that. And then she woke up to some commotion with Diddy in her apartment, yelling about her sleeping and not packing up for an upcoming trip. Her two friends jumped on his back because he was trying to attack me. I don't know. Okay, interesting. Uh, I want to finish this and I'll make a comment about this. Okay, okay. Eventually, we ended up in the living room, up into the master bedroom, and they were still jumping on his back. And then when he threw me down, I hurt my eyebrow on the corner of my bed, and then she got a gash on the side of her eyebrow. Okay. And then one of Combs' security guards took her to a plastic surgeon that day to suture her injury. Oh, that's nice. And then she took a picture and sent it to him and said, "You can remember. I did not want to forget." Okay. Okay. My comment about this, I think it's very funny, or I don't know, it's funny. I just think it's interesting. Put yourself in Diddy's shoes for a second, okay? You have a trip coming up, a vacation, and it's all paid for. You pay for it, and you want to you want to take your freak off, I guess, onto destination, and you can't have a freak off without your partner. She's the star, and as like I said before, if he wanted to do it, just be a director in the industry. I'm pretty sure he has the hookup. He could have easily set that up, but and we've all been there. We have a trip coming up, and then one of the partners lags behind. She's not even packed. "We gotta go. We gotta go. Why don't you pack?" And he's trying to express that to her, and she's sleeping. She's groggy. She wakes up. Why is he so angry? Maybe she's on so much. Um, she's so numb. She doesn't know what's going on. He's like, "Yo, we gotta go." I don't know. I'm just trying to think. That's totally happened. Okay, so she got a gash. Oh, interesting, okay. She testifies to Combs showing her the videos that she thought were deleted, and she told her he deleted them, he didn't delete them. Okay, yes, finally, we are caught up, okay? They're on break. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I just updated. Never mind. Never mind. They're back. They're back. But we're getting very caught up now. Oh, but I think we're here for the cross. You see? Okay, here's a new updated picture of what the the courtroom job. I feel like this is a job that could get replaced by AI. Imagine you have AI do this, and they do this kind of work. Um, Interesting though, okay, because this is most of the pictures that we get from inside the courtroom are these drawings, and in the background, you see they did the picture of, them at the premiere, and then this other picture that we didn't get to see in real life is shown in the background. It's I'm assuming that's either Diddy or, uh, one of the workers that they like to move around. Again, support local economy. This is what I'm getting from this so far. If you're gonna engage in that kind of activity, support the local economy, because if you move someone outside of the state line, it becomes, trafficking. Okay, that's I don't know, that's what I'm getting so far from this, um, trial. I mean, I guess a lot of us I feel like that's common knowledge, no? That you're not supposed to do that? It's not I think there's, like, one of these people gajillion lawyers that these people have, someone should have told him that he shouldn't do that. Okay, let's see. His daughter's not in court. Prosecutor says she was questioning, control, but at the end of the day okay, I guess we're not doing cross yet. She They're still questioning her. I think it's like there are a lot of things they need to get out of her, before, the cross, because they need to like I said, he's not being charged with domestic violence stuff. So a lot of the stuff, that she's saying, even though it sounds terrible, um, is not relevant to what he's being charged with because the burden of proof is on the prosecutor. Like, they need to prove that he did these things, and they're spending a lot of time on, relationship stuff that yeah, it sounds terrible, when you say it, but a lot of it doesn't have to do with the case. Like I said, the stuff, all that kind of stuff, they already admitted to. So, yeah. Okay, okay. Court will continue. Let's see what's this. This is 30 minutes ago. Holmes' attorney says defense has adjusted strategy since Ventura's testimony was different than expected. Oh, interesting. In talking about the exhibits the defense might submit into evidence, Sean Diddy Combs' attorney, oh my god, Tenny, I don't know, I don't know these names are crazy. Said Casey Ventura's direct examination went differently than the defense had expected, so they're adjusting strategy. Okay, interesting. Okay. Judge instructs attorneys not to engage in witness coaching. The jury is still at lunch. The judge said, spoke to the lawyers in the courtroom. Let's see, he said he won't instruct the witness, but told attorneys for the victim witness not to engage in witness coaching or pass messages from the prosecutors to their clients while they're testifying. All right, so I guess they're still on break, and now we are caught up. We're all caught up. So, what do you guys think so far? I think today, so far, is going a lot better for the prosecutors, and I felt like one and two went better for the defense. To be honest, I keep bringing it up, and during day two, we didn't get a lot of stuff. Maybe they're just setting up the groundwork during day two. Today, we got a little bit more about um, the stuff that's more related to what he's being charged with. Having the staff kind of come in and facilitate some of this stuff could go more towards what you're saying, like, oh, this is racketeering. He's got all these people working to cover up or um, kind of like move this along. So that happened a little more today than what happened yesterday. But at the same time, what I'm seeing today is a lot of stuff that's like she is a willing participant. I mean, I know the defense is going to harp on it because like that really stuck in my mind yesterday. That was one of the key points that I took away from yesterday. Is that she said that she was a jealous girlfriend and she didn't want. It was one of the reasons why she participated in so many of these activities. And like, the thing that a lot of people ask is, why did you just walk away? Didn't she just walk away? Well, one of the reasons she gave was that she didn't want another girl to come in and kind of fill that role. And the defense is going to use that big time because that shows that she did everything in her own free will because could have walked away. And yeah, they're going to say, oh, he has so much power, influence. Um, he's her boss, boyfriend at the same time. But at the same time, she got a 10-album contract. There's no way that she got a 10-album contract because there are like really good artists out there that barely get a third album, right? Barely get signed to a 4-album contract, barely get signed to a contract, and she gets a 10-album contract from Bad Boy. Wait, there's no way that she would have gotten that if she wasn't involved with. Let me see how much money she made through this contract. Let me find out. Oh, okay, the exact details are publicly available. Hmm. Here's the other thing though. It's for the domestic violence stuff. I believe he paid, like, they settled, right? And then they came back for more money. That's not fair, it it doesn't look good for her character, I feel like that, that she was paid off, and then she kept coming back, to win this, and in a way, that's reverse blackmail. Uh, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mm, okay. This is what the judge is like, right? He said, so this is 2 minutes ago. I'm telling you, they could definitely, uh, AI to do these. I like the splash of color. Alright, yeah. This is more on the update that, they were talking about to, the coach. Okay, the judge is back on the bench. Okay, the jury's in. Cassie's back on the stand. Okay, today the government intends to show the jury, explicit still images that are under seal, not photos, not videos. Okay, Johnson said the defense may show sealed, video footage during the cross-examination. Okay, that's I know there was some fight about that earlier on, that, I believe the defense wanted to show more clips of some of the videos, and the prosecutor did not want them to show the longer clips. And so that I'm kinda curious, why did they want to cut off the clips there? Okay, okay. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. I think I'm gonna take a break because I like it to go for a while, and we'll come back and catch up. Let's see. But yeah, we guys are all caught up into what's going on now. They're just coming back in. But so far, let me see. The main takeaway from what's going on so far during the second day is I mean, I think they spent a long time talking about hotel the hotel incident, um, and she's supposed to be the star witness because they wouldn't have a case without her. But I don't feel like I'm not getting the bite yet. Maybe she'll release more down the road. Hopefully, I'm telling you, I said this yesterday. I feel like Amber Heard set women back like 20 years with her with during that Johnny Depp trial, because it we're getting I'm getting similar vibes in a way from this. um I think another interesting thing that I wanted to bring up is some of the media coverage of this. They're saying that they're trying to hide her pregnancy or whatever, right? But I think this is an interesting thing. I believe the prosecutor wants to show videos of some of the freak offs, and the defense d- denied them, or they're not allowed to show them. Um, I wonder if that will help or hurt the prosecution, because right now the image is she's this pregnant mom, and she's rubbing her tummy on purpose during her tests, or like her testimony. She's like rubbing her tummy. She's trying to make sure people know that she's preggers, right? And she's pretty far along. She's like huge, and maybe this is a strategy that the prosecutors used to, because they want, like, oh, look at this pregnant lady. How can you do this? Now, I wonder if they showed footage of the freak offs, and I believe during that time she is 22 when all that went down. She met Diddy when she was 19, but if they show video of her back in the day when she was 22, I wonder would that create some kind of like separation or like, oh, like that's who she was back then. That's the kind of person she was, opposed to the what you're seeing right now, a pregnant lady on the stands. So yeah, that's I'm kind of curious to see would that help or hurt their like their case so far. But yeah, I'm gonna take a small break, and then I'm gonna be back, and then we can talk about something else. I mean, there was something that interesting, unrelated to this, that came out today, and it had to do with uh, if you guys don't remember a while back, like Trump said that he was in talks with China, and then the Chinese were like saying like, "Hey, we're not talking to you guys at all." Well, apparently, what came out today was in the South Korean newspaper. They have I don't know why it's being reported over there, but oh, I know why, because they were in talks at the same time. But they came out with photos today of like a bunch of Chinese like finance guys, and they were there 3 weeks ago talking during around the time Trump was saying that he had people and he was talking to them, and the Chinese were like, "No, no one's talking to you, Donald." So apparently they lied, and they were in talks back then. In a way, that's how they were able to come to a that freeze so quickly, because everyone was kind of surprised that they were able to iron out the 90-day tariff reduction so quickly, and it's because they were in talks way before. He just it's just that they lied about it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Another interesting thing that happened today that we want to talk about, unrelated to the Didiness. And yes, so I want to be back for the cross. I don't, to be honest, I don't really expect anything much to change from the prosecuting side. Um, it's so yeah. I mean, I'll be back, or I'll catch up, and then maybe something interesting will pop up again. What I really liked. I mean, what everyone's really following this case for is they want to know what's going on during the freak offs, and we got that already. So I feel like, okay, I'm gonna make my prediction right now. We're 2 days in. Well, no, I'm sorry, we're 3 days in, and this is gonna be a months long trial, or at least a month. That's what they're projecting how long this trial is gonna take. Okay. My Again, this is my opinion. Maybe it'll change. It could change down the road if we get some more like real damning evidence. But what we have so far, my prediction is Diddy gets away with this. I don't. Like I said, they're not charging him with the domestic violence stuff, and they keep talking about that. Uh, it's mostly the trafficking RICO stuff. The RICO stuff, I feel like, here's the thing though about that. Typically, they like they like bring in all these other people that they're charging, and then they charge the main guy. They're not doing that. They're just charging him with this. So that's kind of, I thought that was very interesting. But the thing is, a lot of these people are in their scope of what they would normally do, I would assume, right? Like a security guard, they're kind of like an assistant that kind of just makes sure you're protected, right? His assistants, because a lot of the stuff that they're trying to make it seem like it's so like crazy. Hey, everybody likes different things, okay? We're not, you're not supposed to judge him on what he does in the bedroom. Uh, y- y- that's what I see so far. Is they're trying to make a big deal out of all this stuff, but like, Ye sh To each his own, I guess.